So this topic is all about how are things made by a business, and we're going to call that operations. So let's say you decide to buy a drink because you're thirsty, so you buy a Coca-Cola. So that's obviously been produced beforehand. Coca-Cola didn't make it specifically for you. But some questions I guess we need to answer for this topic are how much was it to buy, and did the business make a profit on the sale? That also involves how much did it cost to make. Also, who made it? Not Coca-Cola, but specifically who was it even made by a person or a machine? Where was it also made? Why did you buy that brand? Is there a certain level of quality or price that you prefer? Do you follow the brand on social media? Is another potential issue we need to answer with operations. And most importantly, which will be our focus of chapter 8, is how did it actually get made? And also, where did you buy it from? That's another question we're going to answer as well. So, in order to sell that product to you, Coca-Cola needs many departments to answer all those questions. We need a finance department, human resources department, sales, marketing, IT support, and lastly, we need operations. So these are the five areas of management responsibility from chapter 1. And I guess the finance department would be sort of answering the questions about how much did it cost to make, did we make a profit, and how much should we sell it for? The human resources department would ask the question, well, who made it specifically, and what humans were involved, and did they have the skills required? The sales and marketing team would sort of answer the question, why buy that brand? And IT support might sort of answer the question, do you follow the brand on social media? We'll need an IT sort of back support there to set all that up. And lastly, the questions that we want to answer, how did it get made? And where did you buy it from? Which will be answered by operations. So that means that operations is the department that actually produces the products of the business. And if we had to define it, we'd say it's the procedures and processes performed in transforming the inputs of the business into finished outputs, goods and services for customers to produce. So the key bit there being that it's goods and services. It's not just a good like Coca-Cola. We're also going to look at services as well. Then we want to look at, well, how does operations actually produce the product? And we're going to divide that into 3 stages or elements. We're going to say, 1, there's inputs. The business takes a bunch of stuff that it needs to make the product. So with Coca-Cola, we need sugar, water, bottles and people, etc. Then we've actually got to transform the product, which is our second step. That's where we turn all of the inputs into a final product. And our third step will be the outputs at the end. At the end, there's a product to sell that's either a good or a service. So that is going to be called our operation system, which we'll define as the 3 stages of production: inputs, transformation, and output. Some of the textbooks might refer to the second stage, transformation, as processes. It's the same thing. You can call it either. So what is operations management then? Well, that would be the management of the resources and functions within the business to achieve an efficient output of goods that adds value to the customers and creates a profit margin for the business.